welcome to Partners Live. We are here live at reInvent, talking about the awesome announcements that are happening, the news of reInvent with amazing Amazonians and our partners. My name is Anne-Marie Woodburn. I am a Senior Partner Development Specialist focusing on security, and I get to be one of your co-hosts today for Partners Live. I am here with Carmen Puccio.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Thrilled to be here. First time doing this. So like Anne-Marie said, my name is Carmen Puccio. Senior Manager of Solutions Architecture here at AWS within the partner organization. We were associated for quite some time together working in the security space, but now I run a industry and partner solutions specialist team, but super excited to be here. I think it's, I think it's 8 reInvents for me now. It's been quite a few, so very excited to do this.
8, and what, are we in our 13th reInvent this year?
I believe so. Well,
this is only number 3 for me, so you've got me beat, which maybe for those that are tuning in, if you haven't heard of reInvent or maybe attended, maybe we should talk more about the importance of this conference and why we have it.
Yeah, for sure. I think of it really as a way to give back, right? It's a thank you to our partners. It's a thank you to our customers. It's how do we give back and we enable them to learn. So if you think about the course of the week, whether it's the breakout sessions, the keynotes, the workshops, the builder sessions, it's a way for our partners and customers to go in, interact with AWS experts, learn all the greatest things about new services, industry trends, software trends, and then take that back and take it back to their company and to their workloads internally at their organizations and try and experiment and go through all of the things that they learned, share it amongst their peers that sometimes couldn't come here, but good thing is a lot of this stuff is recorded. And it's a way for them to basically get enabled and try and build new things on top of AWS. So it's a great event. And again, seeing it over a course of 8+ years, going from a very small space in the Venetian to now all the way down the Strip, it's amazing. It's amazing to see.
Yeah, no, it's wild. I was actually jumping in an Uber this morning, and the line was so long. I randomly met a guy, and he's like, "Are you going to reInvent?" I was like, "I am." He's like, "We're going to catch an Uber together." I was like, "Okay, great." I just feel like it was a friend that I made right on the street. So it was
fantastic.
Great. Well.
Yeah, it was quite some time ago. A good friend of mine that's also an SA manager, he said, learn the monorail here. He said, so they do a fantastic job with the buses and obviously the Ubers and the shuttles and all of that. But if you want a really quick one, besides walking, obviously, there's a monorail that you can try out. So.
Okay, that's good to know. I'm going to have to give that a try next time.
Insider tip.
So if you aren't here at reInvent, learn that. Come next time. It's a great event. There are tons of people here. You may even hear next to us, we've got the Deep Racer booth where they have... they've trained these cars to race on a racetrack. It's very loud and very exciting, so come check it out as well. Our live stream of all of our keynotes are free, so if anybody is not here, tune in, hear them. Matt Garman was on this morning. He's talking about all the latest launches and all the latest excitement with our customers on stage. Maybe we should dive into some of those cool launches that we just heard about.
And how cool was it that Andy showed up?
That was awesome.
Yeah, wasn't expecting that. And from what I understand, he was around last night for a buffalo wing eating contest.
I saw that as well. He's got a great LinkedIn commentating on it.
Yeah, that's fantastic. No, there was a ton of good announcements, and I was trying to capture them all because we were getting ready for this. But over the course of the last couple of days, and then more importantly, my teams have been working with a lot of the service teams thinking about the build-up to AWS reInvent and some of the launches. And if you think about the things that were announced last night in Peter's keynote and thinking about all of the things at the compute layer to some of the things that you learned about today, like telling the Gen AI story, if you think about like a layer of stacks, you have your compute layer, you have your foundational layer, you have your application layer. We were all over the place. And what was really cool today, at least for me personally, were some of the announcements that came out with Amazon Q.
Oh, yeah.
So I was very closely attached to the Q team for quite some time, and seeing the things that were basically announced. So for example, the ability to basically write documentation I thought was amazing. So developers love to write code. Sometimes they're not so great at writing documentation. Q as an agent now is here to accelerate that journey, whether it be writing unit tests, accelerating with the documentation aspect, or even doing code reviews. That takes that extra work from the developer, and it allows them to basically accelerate and spend more time focusing on the app while it takes some of those other things and adds more value on top of it for them. But super cool to see. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then there was a bunch of partner announcements too out there, right? We've got Anthropic that was out there. Which is super cool. They're going to be on later today, being interviewed by the Gen AI Live show.
Yep, yep. And there was also some announcements a couple of days ago as well. And again, let's go back into the Q space. We had Datadog and Wiz now. So how cool is it that if you think about it, you're basically sitting inside of the AWS console, you're a Wiz user, you're a Datadog user, and you want to have a question about your potential workloads. You can actually use the Q agent to introspect and talk to those SaaS providers to get an understanding of what they see about your environment. So it was a partner story, I think, throughout the week, and you'll continue to see that. So
yeah, no, I agree. I think that was something that Matt Garman weighed on heavily, was working better with our partners, pulling them into everything that we are working on, working across AWS with our service launches. You'll hear some things later on this week as well from a lot of our other keynotes, so do tune into those as well. And tune in here, because we're going to be sharing all the latest news from those keynotes, what our partners would like to share throughout the week over these next 3 days. So we're going to be kicking off every morning for Partners Live, just to give you that overview, speaking to really awesome Amazonians. Up next, we've got Brian Bohan. But after that, we've got a full day of Gen AI Live. So that'll be going until 5 p.m. Pacific. So definitely tune in and listen to that. And then tomorrow, after our Partners Live kickoff, we've got Security Live, which, as many of our followers have been around for a while, that will be going live. We've got our CISO coming on, Chris Betts. And then on Thursday, we've got a brand new show as well, Industries Live. They'll be talking about media and entertainment, financial services, and that will be going until 4 p.m. Pacific. So we hope that y'all tune into our YouTube channel for this. Click subscribe. You don't want to miss these cool announcements that we've got coming. Just, check us out.
Yeah. And again, it's super exciting that we're going to be joined by Mr. Bohan, who I can see off in the distance. So
yeah, I know. It should be a great show. So please use the chat. We want to hear from you guys. We want to hear your questions. We want to hear your thoughts, your comments. This is a fun, exciting day for us being here. There's a lot of energy going around on the show floor, so we want to hear it from you as well in the chat. And we'll be back in just a little bit with Brian Bohan.
Awesome.